It's no coincidence. The dude is more famous. Nobody is talking about the fucking Taliban. Nobody is talking about what the fuck is happening over in Ukraine. Nobody gives a damn at all. All of a sudden, he becomes public enemy number one. They censor him. They remove him from every fucking platform at the same time. They removed him from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything, right? They removed him. They tried to erase him completely, but they couldn't get rid of him, right? They genuinely couldn't get rid of him. They censor every video. And I know this. It's certain people, no matter what, that if you put their name on your video and you have a video of them talking, I literally just showed it on my platform.
Charleston White, right?
I screenshotted it and I showed it. I'll show it again right now. Right now. Every single video that I drop is limited. Every one. Every single one is limited.
Wait. Period, or the ones of Charleston White?
First it was just him. Now it's every video that I drop. It automatically goes to limited. Which I'm not tripping, right? Because I already knew what I was getting into before I got into it. Because it's certain things that I want to put out. And I've already surpassed a certain threshold as far as my net worth and things like that to where I'm not affected, right? But see, it's a difference between becoming famous and getting infamous. Once you hit a certain threshold, do not believe that people are not paying attention to what it is that you have going on and that it's going to start affecting you personally. Because, and he even talked about it, and a lot of people have not really researched Andrew Tate, but his father was, he worked for the FBI or the federal government, and he was a linguist. And he said that his father told him that when you look at the media, believe nothing of what you see and understand that there's a narrative that's trying to starting to be painted about whatever it is that they want the direction of the country to go in, right? I believe in my heart that there is an agenda for certain people to be censored when they start to surpass a certain threshold. And it's so easy for us to just believe the narrative that the media paints about them because that's just the norm. And when you bombard people with a certain narrative, it's going to start to reprogram how it is that you see certain people. I do not believe that he's done anything crazy. I don't believe that it calls for anything, his whole house to get raided and kicked down. And they got cameras already there ready to take photos of him getting arrested and all of that. Y'all don't see that as a coincidence?
Man, Anton, I knew it was an attack on masculinity a long time ago. But what put the icing on the cake for me is whenever they left a Marine to rot in prison in exchange for a drug lord. And
yes,
they let a woman because the narrative is black and homosexual.
I agree.
I knew it was an attack on masculinity.
We traded the literal movie by which the Lord of War was made after for a basketball, a WNBA basketball player that can't even get a rating to save her life.
And said that she hates America. She said
Keanu Reeves played that part too.
Think about that shit for a second though. Like, if we not really paying attention, and I know it's just not convenient and nobody cares because it's not personally on their doorstep. Till it's on their doorstep, then you're going to want everybody to care and pay attention about it. If y'all not really watching the signs and y'all don't think that masculinity and a certain narrative is under attack, man, come on, man.
I don't
I
had a panel last night and I was it was just too many people around me that just thought opposite. But I had a panel last night said that it wasn't. I said the very fact that you have a gender destroying his own self. He's pulling himself from he can't even agree with his own gender. And if in and of itself is a war on himself. So how can you not see that as a war on gender? There used to be two, now there's multiple genders.
It's a war. It's not a war on gender. It's a war on masculinity because if you're a feminine man and you cool. If you're a feminine man, you cool. Ain't nobody tripping off that at all.
Yeah, that's true. And they're also like attacking women who speak up for me. And like me, anything that I post now on my IG I'm not even getting paid for anymore. But I just still I still create this content, even though they just stopped monetizing my stuff, because I speak about the things that women do, deadbeat baby mamas. I speak on these things. I'm on my 3rd TikTok. All the women that all pick me. Man, it's so crazy. Like all the women you pick me, they just been.
Well, the question that you got to ask yourself, though, the question that everybody have to start asking themselves is, because it all sound good when we safe.
Out the mud.
Are you really ready for that smoke when it comes for you?
Man,
and that's what I'm saying. You got to be ready for the smoke. I'm on my 3rd Instagram page.
They found my old house, like where I used to live in Mississippi. That's how bad it was on TikTok of me speaking up for men's mental health and everything.
Yeah. But see, and that's the thing. It's not
Pearl has security.
But see, what y'all don't understand is that it's not just when you get to a certain level. Yo, I had people riding by a house that they thought that I lived at.
That happens.
I can't update my LinkedIn to show some of the stuff that I'm associated with, because I know that it's going to affect what's happening over in that, from either from a business perspective or if I work somewhere in particular or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think y'all understand. Like, it don't just hurt you. See, when you say you're ready to die for something or you're ready to go down for something, that means that you ready for your kids to get harassed in school. You ready for you know what I'm saying, your wife or your wife's mother's job to lose her job.
Damn.
It's not just about you. It's about everybody that surround you or supports you or aligns with you. Are you ready for that? Are you truly ready and prepared for what comes along with what it is that you say, I'm ready for this decision? Because I don't think that people really understand.
Anton, really like I said, I have conversations with my kids pertaining to shit like this. It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? So my kids are mentally in a position if somebody, you know, because one reason why I don't take a picture of my kids, because I'm famous in Atlanta and I don't want nobody running up on my kids or whatever. But my kids are fully aware that one day somebody might see me out or whatever. Next thing you know, they're like, oh, that's his kid. Because I be out with my kids. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know. My daughter has come home. She's different now, and she's built for it but I understood what I was getting into when I had that conversation with my wife and my family. Once I started going down a specific, one of the reasons why I got out of actually being visible with the rest, because I made a mistake. I made a mistake in using my visibility on YouTube to promote the restaurant. Now it went really well or whatever, but then I understood that the path that I was going down, the things that I was starting to say was going to affect the people that work for me and all of that. And one of the reasons why I got out of that is because, and that I quit my job, was because I knew that my visibility and people knowing everything about me because I live my life like an open book was going to start affecting my personal life. So I started taking the necessary steps to mitigate that. And before I really crossed that threshold, I made sure that I was prepared and the people around me were prepared to go down that path. And I don't think that people really understand what come along with it. You don't really know what it means to be doxxed. You don't really know what it means, you know what I'm saying, to be Me Too. You don't really know what it means to know that it's a possibility that you're being set up by a woman that's in your presence and you don't really know that she's trying to take photographs of you because she's trying to get you caught up in some shit, right? A lot of people don't know that.